So hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video we will talk about the Filipino value and the moral development, which focuses on the strengths and weakness of a Filipino character. Filipino values and moral development, which focuses on the strengths and weakness of a Filipino character. There are 8 strengths of a Filipino character. First, pakikipagkapwa-tao. Filipinos are open to others and feel one with others, regard others with dignity and respect, deal with them as fellow human beings. Example, our character being helpfulness and generosity in times of need, practice of bayanihan or mutual assistance, Filipino hospitality. Second, family orientation. Filipinos possess a genuine and deep love for family. It is a source of personal identity, emotional and material support, one's main commitment and responsibility. Honor and respect given to parents and elders, care given to the children, the generosity towards kid in need, and the great sacrifices one endures for the welfare of the family. Third is joy and humor. Filipinos have a cheerful and fun-loving approach to life and its ups and downs, pleasant disposition, a sense of humor, and a propensity for happiness that contribute not only to the Filipino charm but also to the indomitability of the Filipino spirit. Fourth is flexibility, adaptability, and creativity. We can adjust and to adapt to circumstances and the surrounding environment, both physical and social, adjust to whatever happens even in unplanned or anticipated events. We possess the tolerance for ambiguity and enable us to remain unfazed by uncertainty or lack of information. Fifth are hard work and industry. We have the capacity for hard work given proper conditions, to raise one's standard of living and to possess the essentials of a decent life for one's family. We are willing to take the risk with jobs abroad, and while there, they work at 2 or 3 jobs. Next, 6. Faith and religiosity in terms of deep faith in God. So our innate religiosity enable us to comprehend and genuinely accept reality in the context of God's will and plan. In Filipino religious expressions is very tangible, expressed every day. We relate to God like human being, threaten, thank, ask forgiveness. 7. Faith in religiosity in terms of daring manifest at EDSA. Our faith and daring was manifest at EDSA and other times in our history, seen in the capacity to accept failure and defeat. We recognize forces external to ourselves as contributing to how events in our lives turn out. 8. And the last, ability to survive. Filipinos have an ability to survive. Filipinos make do with what is available in the environment. It is manifested in the millions of Filipinos who bravely live through the hardest economic and social circumstances. So as a whole, basic optimism, flexibility, hard work, and deep faith in God are the 8 strengths of Filipino character. There are also 8 weaknesses of the Filipino character. First is extreme personalism in terms of personal relationship. Filipinos views the world in terms of personal relationship, no separation between an objective task and emotional involvement. We tend to give personal interpretations to actions, take things personally. Extreme personalism, thus a sincere question may be viewed as a challenge to one's competence, or positive feedback may be interpreted as a sign of special affection. Second is extreme personalism in terms of personalistic worldview. Because of this personalistic worldview, Filipinos have difficulty dealing with all forms of personal stimuli. We tend to be uncomfortable with the bureaucracy, with rules and regulations, and with standards, procedures, all of which tend to be impersonal. We tend to ignore them or we ask for expectation. This leads to graft and corruption, evident in Philippine society. Third is extreme family-centeredness. Excessive concern for the family creates an in-group to which the Filipino is personally loyal to the department of concern for the larger community or for the common good. Family-centeredness results to lack of concern for the common good and act as a block to national consciousness. Fourth is the lack of discipline. The Filipino lack of discipline is manifest in a casual and relaxed attitude towards time and space, which manifests itself in a lack of precision and compulsiveness in poor time management and procrastination. Fifth, passivity and lack of initiative. Filipinos are generally passive and lacking in initiative. Filipinos tend to be complacent, and there rarely is sense of urgency about any problem. There is a high tolerance for inefficiency, poor service, and even violations of one's basic rights. In many ways, it can be said that the Filipino is too patient and long-suffering. Sixth, colonial mentality. Filipinos have a colonial mentality which is made up of two dimensions. The first is a lack of patriotism or an active awareness, appreciation, and the love of the Philippines. The second is an actual preference for things foreign. 7. Kanya-kanya syndrome. Filipinos have a selfish, self-serving attitude that generates a feeling of envy, a competitiveness towards others, particularly one's peers who seem to have gained some status on prestige, in which results in the dampening of cooperative and community spirit and the trampling upon the rights of others. 8. And the last, lack of analysis and self-emphasis. There is a tendency in the Filipino to be superficial and even somewhat flighty. In the face of serious problems, both personal and social, there is a lack of analysis and reflection. Filipinos' lack of self-analysis and our emphasis on norms is reinforced by an educational system that is often more form than substance, and the legal system tends to substitute law for reality. So that is the 8th weakness of the Filipino character. So this is all for today's vlog, and for more video, please don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching!